2 minutes, y'all. Check the volume. Minutes. It's freaking hot. All right, let me get these copyrights over with. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the Copyright Act statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tip to balance and fair use. Okay. About to get with it. There's a TV in the background, y'all. About to get down with this right here. Okay. How y'all doing? Before I even get started, yes, I give my condolences to all 10 people that got struck down at Tops grocery store in Buffalo, New York. All right, not gonna be very long. First off, be very quick with this. Very analytical. I ain't playing. Number one. To the security guard. Okay, to the security guard, you're at this store. Gotta give me condolences. I already did it. How does it? Fireball in here. Okay, people. To the security guard, I would like to say you should have got him right between the eyes, you know? You shouldn't have shot at his chest because he's heavily strapped, you know? This is, I know you ain't know. I know it happened so quick. You should have aimed right between the eyes for him, you know? This is a very calculated, very surgical incident. This was well planned, very methodical, diabolical. It was like a true diabolical genius. It was like a chameleon. I call it a chameleon massacre because he actually came up and talked to you. I know he didn't see, but this is if I could have said something to him. If that was me, I would make sure there's no body aiming when stuff is going on so fast like that. You go straight for in between the eyes, you know. But you didn't catch the red flag when he was visiting the store. He said he was a genius or whatever. It was you, right? The bodyguard. But I might be wrong though. Allegedly, man, might have been somebody else, but you just couldn't catch on, huh? Yeah, butterflies in your stomach. They ain't let you catch on. So this is what we got. 10 moralized, great, African, Native Americans, hmm That's natives to America, African Americans that could have, been here. Man, they never know what's coming. But mm, something wrong with the dude, Think he's very young, vile, hatred. Uh, Something very wrong with him. Anybody can't see it. Just look at his eyes and stuff. Something wrong with one. One of his eyes is bigger than the other one. Uh, Something wrong with him. Can't even close one of his eyes. The dude is totally mentally disturbed. But he might be mentally disturbed, but he's very smart. So you can't blame that on freaking mentally disturbed. He know what he was coming to do. Maybe a year in advance. He visited Tops. It's like a architect. When you're doing architectural, industrial, like the guys that be out there with that tall pole, surveyors. He was a diabolical surveyor. Man, he surveyed it out what the coordinates, what he's gonna do. I'm looking up. It's the TV right here. Sorry for that, y'all. But he's a real diabolical person, And right now, it's like we're in the belly of diabolical, fanatical, like Dr. Monroe, separatist, domestic terrorist, Okay? So, all you black people, you stay on TikTok, you dance, baking cookies, baking eggs and cheese, baking toast, telling all your business, all you dudes out here on YouTube, calling each other nigger this, nigga that, NIG80, that, nigga this, nigga that, nigga, hey nigga, you nigga, hey, what nigga? Do you see them calling each other cracker? How about that? Do you see it? Allegedly. Mm-hmm. And the ones you always calling each other nigga. You want to hate white people. But look at me. I don't hate nobody. But I'm very strict and very cautious about anybody around me. Like my environment, people give me red flags, They stay too long around me, panhandlers, anybody. I don't care what color they are, They give me a red flag, I'm about to push them out of the way, I'm about to get serious about, what's going down. So I'll take it off. But yeah, y'all. Got all these lights and stuff. It's freaking hot. But yeah, y'all. I'm sorry that had to happen. Just another sorry about that, y'all. I can get that later on tomorrow or whatever. It's a little bit more important than that. There's another number in the genie bottle of destruction to the FBA Americans, ADOS, whatever you want to call it, African American, Native Americans. Just another niche in the genie bottle. Like, when you wake up a sleeping tiger, you look at the tiger like, wow, the tiger is very beautiful, the tiger sleep like he don't care, but once you wake him up, you got a steak right there. You bump his steak, you get him ticked off, make him too mad or whatever. Okay, and the tiger feel like he being left out, like he in a zoo cage or whatever. The tiger gonna respond in a very dangerous way, like the pecking order of chimpanzees. If a chimpanzee feel left out in the pecking order, takes for instance this lady that got killed, this man that got killed. He owned chimpanzees and stuff. He made the man grave mistake of giving the birthday cake, but it was a chimp that killed him birthday. He made a mistake and gave the other chimp the birthday cake first. Don't you know the chimp didn't forget that? He felt like he left out in the pecking order, and he just waited very, very nicely and kindly until the gate was open, until it was out in the field, picnic table, where he was totally docile and had no other way of protecting himself. He didn't have a gun on his side, probably. It's his damn birthday. So that's another red flag that he shouldn't have did. So I'm just using that as a metaphor for this guy right here. I just call him the young domestic, attacker. Okay? The domestic tops grocery domestic T, the DT. All right? So, in so many instances, he is them, the chimpanzees. Some kind of way, he's been around like a lot of older senior people. They have bred him the stuff, all the stuff in his brains to be that way. And he more like a influenced by just, almost like a cult, he ain't just do this on his own. He had very immense training from, separatists, skinheads, KKK. He was well groomed, at his very young age of 18, 19. So he ain't just, playing this out, he might have read the Turner Diaries from front to back, So he know what he was doing. Man. Okay, he something happened when he was young, with his parents and stuff. They missed the glitch, he's talking about COVID, messed his brain up, messed his brain cells up. Hell, that's not it. You can sell that down the road or whatever. I don't believe that. But something down the glitch where he was overlooked, he missed it. I'm pretty sure he was in junior high school. He had bombs on his damn bed and whatever his parents ain't know. He made pipe bombs. Damn rattlesnakes on his bed. Goddamn. Excuse me, I got a cuss. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This, kind of get into me a little bit, as I see the people's faces and stuff, like, they like elderly people, most of them. The damn 86-year-old lady, in that instance, I said he was a young coward, but if I was a damn security guard, he wouldn't have like 100 rounds. He made about 20 rounds because I ain't that very unaware of like tunnel vision. My flags, got very good psychic intuition about danger, So with that said, he wouldn't have got very far with me because I already seen how he dressed, before he even, came to the door. If it's hot outside, he got on all that camouflage. He definitely gonna catch my attention, like that. So in that instance, I'd have been coming up to him, like on his blind side or something, where he wasn't able to see me. I'd have been hidden behind somewhere where I seen him before he saw me. So maybe I would have, came behind him. Sorry, I gotta say this. Just put it right behind his head, just put it to his head. If I seen what he's coming for, he probably never seen it coming. He would never made it to 10 people. Maybe maybe one scathed him because I would have rushed to him, definitely aim laser straight to his dome, the back of his dome, I'm sorry. The security guard, he probably was like fearful. He ain't know. Y'all can't blame him, man. He tried. But maybe he was just too unaware. But he did say one man that talked to him early that day, he kept pushing people out of the way. So when he was doing that day, he had his intuition right then. He didn't really dig deeper with his intuition because he kept telling people, keep it moving, you can't move. That was that. He already felt something. On that note, when he doing that, he probably woke up. He never went by his intuition. I'm sorry. You can't never let your intuition go away. On that morning, like he's security guard, he's saying, y'all can't stay right here. So that could have been his red alert right there. He let his intuition fade out of the pits of his stomach, can't do that. Like, let me say their name, mercenaries. I won't get in trouble for this shit. Mercenaries, shit. Navy SEALs. Most of them, they go by intuition, big ups to mercenaries, Navy SEALs. You know what time it is. Yep. So it's like sometimes when stuff goes to happen, there's always somebody that could make it stop happening. So the weakest link in the chain is the chain that has a weak link. So not blaming nobody about the avoidance of it, but what should have been different. So Uh, actually, to all the FBA, ADOS, African American, Native Americans, people that are already, been here or whatever, however you want to call it. Just, don't y'all get up there talking about I forgive you, because if y'all family members get up there talking about I forgive you, I want to slap somebody, allegedly. Don't you damn get up there talking about if I forgive him. Don't you forgive this freaking Siberian tiger, nothing about Siberia, but don't you do it. Don't you get up there praying, talking about, crying, talking about you forgive him. Don't forgive him because he didn't forgive your family members that he took out. This was about diabolical, surgical. This was well planned out mission, and he accomplished it. So don't you get up there talking about you forgive him, all right? Don't you do it. We over here, these content creators, we sick of that. We don't want no piece of it, We don't want none of it, all right? So don't you get up there talking about you forgive him, all right? There ain't no forgiveness, all right? Yeah, he 18, but he was well calculated in doing what he did. So he had a very good mind and very Einstein mind to create the the chaos that he did. He was very scientific and surgical in his massacre of just people strolling along trying to, buy groceries, at Tops in Buffalo, New York. Okay? So I don't care how religious you is, excuse me for saying that. Nothing about religion, but don't get up there. I can see out my whole window, y'all. Wow, I'm right here. Let's see, no, that's my neighbor. No crazy people trying to figure out. I can see all that right there. That's a whole nother area right there. I know y'all haven't seen it before. But anyway, I'm pause the video. My video might pause for a long time, so you might not see me come back till later. But definitely it's gonna be paused, all right? So right now, I gotta go in a minute. And I got some more extra stuff to say. But it's gonna be paused for a while. So it don't mean crazy stuff, So it might be paused for a long time. So I don't want no damn trolls on here talking about I got the video over here. I'm telling you why I got it paused. Ain't no freaking freaky stuff or nothing. It just damn pause, all right? Excuse me, YouTube for saying that. Well, damn ain't no cuss word. And somebody is damn to hell. Little 19-year-old Tonka toe boy. Like, where you do that at, Like, what the hell? Like, he's a damn seed of Chucky or what, Like, he's a total seed of Chucky as he was growing up. But he is a damn baby, goddamn Hitler or something. What the hell is it? Hitler would even take him out. Hitler would probably couldn't stand that fool. Because Hitler was targeting African Americans, Native Americans, right? Not nothing to overshadow the First Nations people, but you know what I'm saying. Big ups to the First Nations, as in, some, black, Indian ancestry, over there, Cherokee. I think my uncle told, he said somebody said Blackfoot, and your Massey, all different, mixed all up. He said a lot of stuff before he had died. Like my uncle, my granddad, brother. I know they had some Native American and then grandmother too. He's freaking mixed it all up, all kind of stuff, man. Black. But anyway, that's just a metaphor. Big ups to the First Nations people of America. All right. But like I said, Hitler would have been, had him hung on a string. Hitler intuition about him would have been get him out of here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be back a little bit later. Might take 3 hours. There's no crazy stuff. I just gotta go. And I'll see you a little bit later on. All right. Okay. All right. Oh boy. It's too freaking hot. There we go.
This isn't your grandma's wool. This is naturally performing merino wool, made to beat the heat, the sweat, and the stink. It's our new lightweight and breathable activewear, made for anyone who sweats. The armpit hiders, the forehead wipers, and the head-to-toe drenchers. No matter how you push, persist, or play, get out there with activewear made thoughtfully, so you can live unapologetically. Smart wool activewear, made for however you move, designed for however you sweat.
At Hampton by Hilton, hot breakfast means daddy-daughter time and waffles with extra chocolate sauce. And extra giggles. And extra napkins. Book our family of brands at Hilton.com. To new memories, Hilton.
How you doing? You tuned in once again to the Big Brother Trend. Welcome to the famous Living Room Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we do it right. So who are they? Who are the chosen ones? I'm assuming the reason why you click this video is probably because you're wondering, like, are you 100% sure that you are chosen? What are some of the characteristic traits that you have that prove you are chosen? All right. Or you're probably wondering, like, are chosen people like amongst us everywhere we go when we just walk outside? I mean, it's not like they have a label on their head and they say, I am the chosen one. Nobody really knows until you watch this video who the chosen ones are. So listen, Star Seeds, we constantly co-creating our own reality. Stay tuned to the very end of this video and at the end of the Big Brother Trend. I got something very special. Let's get down into this video. Somebody please cut the AC on. The sun is out and it's hot right now. It's hot. I'll let it cool me down after this video. Listen. Now, here's one of the first things that you probably are familiar with if you are chosen. Right? Chosen people no matter what they try to do, they cannot escape being sensitive, right? If you are very sensitive to everybody around you, you can feel people's energy when they come around you. When you go around large groups of people, you can feel all the energy. If you can walk into a store and know that you're not even supposed to shop there, you can feel the energy in that store. Chances are you are chosen. Are you an impact? If people call you, oh my God, you're a crybaby. Do you find it hard to get out your feelings from time to time? Chances are you probably are chosen. See, the thing about chosen people, all right, the reason why they're in this world is to elevate the consciousness of mankind. Okay, basically to raise people's vibration and to put people on a different level. All right, safe to say we live in a world nowadays where things have kind of gotten out of hand. Right, and a lot of people have become heartless. All right, a lot of people have become cold-hearted, and they just simply don't care anymore. Okay, so what the universe has done is sent chosen ones onto this level of Earth to help raise the consciousness and the vibration of everybody, to get people back into their true divine nature. All right, feeling is a part of the human experience. All right, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and feeling is a part of life. Right. So if you are very, very empathetic, if you find yourself being sensitive to other people's energies and everything around you, chances are you have the characteristic trait of a chosen person. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is how people are supposed to naturally be. All right. Life is a feeling process. If you are able to feel love, if you are able to feel feelings for the things that you have around you, if you are able to have gratitude for the things that you have, if you are able to enjoy your life and to really love your life for what it is, it's going to be hard for you to live a good life, you know? And so chances are you are chosen, all right? You were sent to help people feel more if you are a very highly sensitive person, okay? So we embrace that characteristic trait of being very, very sensitive, all right? Now, another strong characteristic trait that most chosen people have is that they are irresistible, all right? Chosen people have an energy that is so high that they are irresistible. They like dessert. You're in the presence of the chosen one. When you leave their scene, when you leave the presence of where they're at, you gotta be thinking about that person constantly, constantly, constantly. Right? People constantly think about if you are a chosen person, and that's because you're usually charming. All right, you have a magnetic energy about you if you are chosen. Right? You have a lot of charm. You have charisma. All right, and you have your very own unique style. All right. Now, the difference between a really beautiful woman or a really sexy, handsome man versus a chosen person is that chosen people are not necessarily pretty or gorgeous or handsome. You know, chosen people, I mean, I know I'm handsome. But listen, chosen people are people that have their very own unique style or swag, okay? Very different from most people around them. And they cherish that uniqueness about them. That's what sets them apart from everybody else. Okay? They're very peculiar people. Okay, they look different from anybody that you will ever see. I know from my perspective, I can usually spot chosen people. They have distinct qualities about their face. Sometimes their facial physique might be a little bit, different from the average human being. Okay. Sometimes their eyes, the width of their eyes might be bigger than average people. All right. Sometimes they might have big foreheads. Okay. All of these characteristic traits signify that this person is totally abnormal, totally different. Okay, but beautiful in their own unique way, right? So if you are chosen or you have your own unique look, you know that there are some qualities about you that most people do not have. Chances are that you are very, very chosen, right? Now, moving on. Another characteristic trait that a chosen person has is that they have really powerful supernatural gifts, right? Maybe you're chosen and you don't even know that you have these gifts, but you probably suspect that there's something about you because you probably notice all the type of weird things happen around you, like paranormal things happen around you that you think that you're not causing, but truth is, you're actually causing these things to happen because of your specialness and who you are as a chosen one. All right. So chosen people have very powerful supernatural gifts. All right. Sometimes their gift could be the gift of intuition. Most chosen people get insights from the universe through their intuition on what to do, what to say, you know, how to address people, what to know. Just information probably comes into your mind if you're a chosen one because you have a very heightened sense of intuition. All right. Some chosen people are psychic. Are you psychic? If you are psychic, speak up. Let's voice be heard. Leave a comment below. I want to know the chosen people that are psychic. All right. But that's another characteristic trait that chosen people have. Some of them are psychic. They can literally tell you what's going to happen in the next 2 months from now to the next year from now, and it really comes to pass. Right? They are prophetic. They are psychic. They can predict and forecast things before it actually happens. They know that they know. All right. Another gift that chosen ones have is that some people have the gift of healing. All right. Some chosen ones will sit here as life workers to heal other people. All right. Some chosen people have an energy so strong that they can literally be just be in your presence and you can get healed from anything that you're dealing with that you have trouble with. That's how much power a chosen person has. If you simply just get yourself in their presence, they have the potential to heal you. Where they do that at? Another characteristic church that most chosen people have, and this is one that I have. They are very, very ambitious people, right? If they set something in their mind, set their focus on something they're going to do, they're going to do it. It's hard to get a chosen person to relax and to sit down or to be quiet or to not go nowhere. These people are constantly ticking and moving. They're constantly thinking. They're constantly gathering information. They are motivated and they are very, very, very ambitious. Right? They're totally different from the average human being. Remember, these people were sent here from different realms and dimensions in the universe to elevate mankind. Right? So they are very, very ambitious about accomplishing things. They are goal oriented people. All right. Another characteristic trait of the chosen one is: are you very, very like focused on nature? Do you have a thing for nature? Do you like to be around trees? Do you like to have pets around you? Do you have a lot of butterflies flying around you? If that is you, then you are probably a chosen one. Okay? There are some chosen people who are very, very connected with nature in the world around them. Right? I know some chosen people that if you get on the phone with them, they are so powerful that they'll make a thunderstorm right over your head. Okay, they will make it rain around you. I know some chosen people who know how to make the wind blow if they go outside and get connected with nature. Right? Are you connected with nature? Do animals like you? All right? Chosen people have the power to connect with animals. All right? For most people, animals are scared of them. Most people think that, animals, they're never attracted to them. And some animals actually will show you that, like dogs will bark at you, they don't want you around them, right? Squirrels and birds will run away from you if they feel like you're a threat. But chosen people have a connectedness, like an interconnectedness with nature and animals around them. Like these people, you might spot a chosen person with butterflies just flying all around you, or they might be feeding squirrels and ducks. And for some strange reason, it's like insects, animals, nature, all of that stuff listens to them. It gravitates toward them because they are one with the universe. Right? Chosen people are literally connected with the universe, and so nature recognizes them. So if you're the type of person to walk into the woods or something, and you wonder if you're chosen, and all the trees start growing, or you walk into a field of sunflowers, and the next thing you start to see them all moving, or animals begin to gather around you at a farm or something, then chances are you're probably chosen, and that energy that you're giving off is recognized by the nature around you. Right? Chosen people also have the characteristic trait to have dreams. Right? Most chosen people have dreams at night, very lucid, vivid dreams that they can even remember and tell you about, the next day, right? Chosen people have a lot of dreams and they get a lot of premonitions at night when you sleep. Again, coming from the universe, coming from the source. Once again, these people are very, very connected to the universe and all the information is coming in to them. Right? They have a very strong influence over other people too. Right? Chosen people, it's hard not to be influenced or persuaded by a chosen person. Right? This is because they are very special. I mean, they are very, very special. And the average person has to adhere or listen to a chosen person because they simply just don't have no choice. That's how much power these chosen people are given. Right? They're given the influence to inspire and to influence the world around them or anybody that they come in contact with. Okay? Another characteristic trait of chosen people is that they are very, very inspired. Right? They're always on the mission to accomplish something. When you know somebody around you, like always on the go about a mission or they're trying to accomplish a goal. All right? These people are very, very inspired people. They are chosen ones. If you look at most of the important people in the past that came before us, that did very great things here on earth, they were very, very inspired ever since they were kids, right? And we all know the stories. They started out as a kid doing this, and they just never stopped. They just kept being interested in the same path and the same field of study, and it just opened up, and then it just toppled over, and they just became like this iconic person, this superstar person in their lifetime, right? That's a chosen person, all right? Most people that make it and they become very, very successful are chosen people, all right? Have you always felt different ever since you was a kid, all right? Always felt like the outcast. You probably always felt like it was something more special about you than everybody else. Chances are you are chosen. Chosen people are destined to make it in life. These are the ones that become the millionaires in the family. These are the ones that become successful. These are the ones that come to shift the whole paradigm of their whole family tree. All right. This is what a chosen person's characteristic traits are. Right. Most chosen people, all right, they feel very, very invincible. It's like they can't be stopped. Like no matter what you try to do, it's like you cannot stop a chosen person. Right? They will sit here for that very special purpose, that very special mission, and they got to accomplish it. They know if and buts about it. They have to accomplish their mission. That's why they were sent here, because they are chosen. All right. So at times you might feel like you're so chosen that you feel invincible. Right? The reason why you feel this sense of I can't be stopped or this invincibility is because you know that the universe is working with you. Right? Chosen people have the universe on their side, and it's like they are holy, right? They are holy people. They are sacred people. All right, they are connected to the divine. They are connected to the source. There is no stopping the chosen one, right? A lot of people think that they can stop people that have a destiny or people that are chosen and they are meant to be somebody great or something like that. They cannot stop it, right? Mankind himself cannot stop the chosen people, right? That's how special these people are. Is that you? Do you feel like you're unstoppable at times? Do you feel invincible? If that is you, make sure you smash the thumbs up, like button on this video. All right. Now, last but not least, another thing about the chosen ones is that they are usually old souls. Okay, they have come here hundreds and hundreds of times. Right. A lot of people call this reincarnation. Right. Chosen people have an excellent sense of wisdom that like only an 80-year-old or a 90-year-old person could have. Right. Like I said, they could be 22 years old, but they could have the mind of a 45-year-old person. Because they are chosen. Remember, they are sent to help elevate the world. Right? These chosen people, they always feel that they deserve the best of the best of the best of the best. Right? It's kind of like hard to satisfy somebody that's chosen because they are divinely royalty, so to speak. They have like a royal sense about them, and it's hard to get them to settle for less, right? Remember, these people have been here before. they've already walked this path. They've already did it before. All right. Most of the time, chosen people are just here to try to help other people get to the different levels of consciousness that they need to reach. All right. But when you're in the presence of a chosen person, you're gonna want to respect this person. You're gonna feel that they deserve the best. All right. And they do always get the best of the best. That's just what chosen people are destined for. All right. So that's all the characteristic traits that I can think of being chosen. Last but not least, listen, do this for me. If you have some other characteristic traits that you are aware of, or some things that you have experienced, if you are chosen, comment below so that I can see and everybody else can see some of the characteristic traits that you are experiencing if you are a chosen one, right? And if this video resonated with you, make sure you smash that button, that like button, if you are a chosen one. Now, I did say if you stay tuned to the very end of this video, the Big Brother Trend has something very special for you. So there's a book out called The Seven Mountain Prophets, right? And it talks about the chosen ones, also known as the Elijah Revolution. All right, I'm not going to tell you what the book consists of or what the book is about, but I'm going to let you check that out yourself, right? So there's going to be a link in the very bottom in the comment section. It's going to say the Seven Mountain Prophets. All right, you can read the little excerpt on what the book, the summary of the book, what the book is going to be about, but make sure that you get that book. If you are a chosen one, it's very imperative that you get that book. Trust me, there will be a lot of things that you've been questioning that will be answered in that book. So get that book by Johnny Enlow in the very bottom in the comment section. The Seven Mountain Prophecy, the coming of the Elijah Revolution. And that's you, a chosen one. All right? Now, I know it's a lot of y'all that want to get in contact with me. Listen, folks, it is not impossible to get in contact with me. All right? I have a new app called Wizio. You can click that in the comment section as well. You can go down, click my Wizio link. If you have any question that you want to ask me, you can ask it through the Wizio app. I will send you an answer back in video form, just like that. Right? Or if you are my friend on Instagram, I now have where it has book me now on my Instagram, and you can book me now. Okay? You can talk on the phone where we can hear each other back and forth. Click book me now on my Instagram, and I will answer some questions that you might have as a chosen one. Right? Shouts out to all my money email people out there that's attracting money. Shouts out to you. I hope that you attract more bread in your life. Where they do that at? Right here on the famous Living Room Network. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe by clicking that face icon right there. Click that face icon and make sure that you turn on the bell notification so you can be notified every time we Big Brother Trend Genius upload new videos like these two right here every single day. See you in the next video. Peace.
Childhood shouldn't be spoiled by bedwetting. Good nights have 40% more protection versus feeding training pants. So kids can wake up awesome. Awesome days start with good nights.
Well, I'm excited about this message tonight. And it's a message that I wish I personally would have heard when I was 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old. And it's interesting because I've never preached a message like this before. I've been preaching now since 2000, since 2000. I've been preaching for 14 years. I've been pastoring for 12 years. And I've never preached on soulmates. I've never preached on soulmates because, to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about soulmates. I didn't know if there was a soulmate, there wasn't such a thing. I didn't know. I had no context. I just figured, look, you hook up with somebody, try to make the best of it. I just, I don't know how you define the hookup, so I think I didn't qualify that much. But I just figured, look, you like me, I like you. We have chemistry. I'm talking about chemistry a little while. But we have chemistry, so that means that we're supposed to be together. And let's do this thing, let's make a life together because we got chemistry. I didn't know. I'm serious. And so I'll be honest with you, I'll be very transparent tonight. I recently discovered the reality of soulmates. It is real. God is a God of purpose. He's a God of intentionality. He's a God of vision. And He wants to be involved in every area of your life, especially relationships. Because relationships, as you know, will make you or they will break you. They are arguably the most important happenings in a person's life. In Psalm 1, when David is talking about the blessing of God, when he starts off the Psalms, he says, "Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of ungodly, but stands in the path of sinners, but sits in the seat of scornful." He basically says the key to blessing is to figure out how to align yourself with other people. Your company will promote your life, compliment your life, bless your life, or slow you down. And this is such an important message because I believe that I'm talking to destiny people. And I can tell you one of the things that derails destiny people more than anything else is relationships that God did not put them in. Because we have this powerful thing called free will. Free will is powerful. And so that means that you can choose anything and everything, even who you decide to be in relationship with. God doesn't strong arm you in that because He has no desire to do so. He wants to put His desire in your heart for what He wants to give you and ultimately lead you to it. And so I'm passionate about the subject of relationships because I know that relationships can distract you if it's the wrong one. There are few things in life that can take your heart and take your mind and take your life. If you look at some people, or you look at some people and they're not doing well in life. They started off well, but then all of a sudden they start turning. Usually you can point that to the relationship. Something or someone was introduced to them at some moment and it just turned their life in the wrong direction. So it's a big deal. Big deal. For a long time. Other things to talk about these days. As a result of that, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about now. Now I do know. And now I want to share it with you. So let me start by first of all saying that I'm really excited to encourage you tonight about the power and the blessing of a soulmate relationship. I mean, as it relates to relationships, humanly speaking, nothing can compare. I mean, it is absolutely incredible and it's divine. But I think what I'm more excited about that you getting a soulmate is the you that you have to become in the process. That's what I'm more excited about because you have to get to become something and you attract who you are. So really, what you want to do is get your soul involved a little more before he brings you a soulmate. Don't you expect that to get together? Don't bring me a soulmate now because I'm jacked up. And I'm going to attract jacked up, so we're going to be two jacked up people. Soulmates. Can I take your time? If I'm having a soulmate, I want my soul to be prosperous. Tell somebody. I'm going to hold off on the soulmate side because I don't want to equal yet. You look at the beginning, he looks down and says, "It's not good that man should be alone. I'm going to give him a helper, comfortable." Again. And now, thank God he was whole. And being whole, you got to hold on. You know, that was a bomb second, and that was a good second. No struggles, no issues, no drama. define soulmate. A soulmate is a person that God has chosen for you before the foundation of the world to complement you, and to complete His purposes for you, and to ensure the fullness of your potential being realized. Notice I didn't say love. Soulmate, person, God has chosen. So you got two types of relationships. You got relationships that God has put you in, and you got relationships that He put you in. You got two types of marriages. Marriages that God has joined together, and marriages that you have joined together. Why? I mean, seriously. The Bible says what God has joined together without man put asunder. And there's an assumption there that is saying that God has put together every person who gets married, every couple who gets married. I'm just being honest with you. And then you get the religious people who try to condemn divorcees, of which I am. That's all. That was another thing. Transparency. I'm being transparent. You don't like it, Paul. So you get religious people who say, because you got a divorce, you're breaking what God has joined together. Not true. It says what God has joined together, that's not man put together. Well, what if man puts something together? Then it's real talk. And I said it to someone who might be here, and you may be divorced. And you may still be carrying guilt, weight, and shame. Hello, somebody. Because you got divorced. Let me tell you something. Divorce isn't the problem, man. Marriage is the problem. Marriages that God has put together, those are problems. Divorce is just the byproduct. It's just the fruit of a marriage that God has put together. Now, you got couples that keep on when they grow up. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that you've got to make sure before you get married that this is the person that God has chosen for you. It's very important. Because if it isn't, and one day you discover your purpose.
No touch student, there's a better way. New preparation H student living cooling spray.
Because who God is joining together with, it's all about purpose. It's not about your happiness. It's not because you just love. You don't get married because you love. Love is in it, but that's not why you get married. You get married because you know that this is the person that God has chosen for you. And this is the person that God has chosen for you. You will have love. But love doesn't lead you, a revelation leads you. So it's about purpose. See, God is smart. He's not an ignorant God. He's not a whimsical God. Well, God looks at you and He knows you. And He knows every other soul that was before you, that will be in your time, and that will come after you. When He has chosen somebody for you, He has already factored in the fact that the two of you will complement His purpose for you. He's very smart. And so there are 5 things. And it's not a gift. 25 steps to being this. No, it's not a gift. There may be 25 things. There may be 105 things. But I'm going to give you 5 things that if these things are not in place, if these things are not worked out, then you have no business considering marriage. And whatever you do, everything has to have purpose. I don't know about dating. I don't know about dating. Because dating is, well, let me see. Let me see. Who has time for, let me see? Let me see all the way around. There's no let me see. See, here's the real thing. Here's reality. When you know, you know. And if you don't know, it's not it. So you hasten. Otherwise, you get into something, you don't have any conviction that it's it. Your heart is invested, time is invested, finances are invested, and you know it ain't going nowhere. Why did you do that? I wish you would talk. 5 things that you have to have. These are keys. Recognizing your soulmate. The first thing is chemistry. What is chemistry? You connect with somebody, there's something wrong. Doesn't mean that that's your boo. That's why it's the first thing. That means that something is happening. You go somewhere, you feel, you feel something, right? But you don't know what it is. But you can't move on to step 2 unless there is something that says there is some sort of magic. There's something, we're tapping into some sort of frequency. But that does not mean it's your soul. So you know about chemistry. It's not great chemistry. So what? You can have great chemistry with people. Can we just keep it all the way real for a second? I have chemistry with you, but then you go down the street and you go around and strike up a conversation and have chemistry and stuff like down in Starbucks. Yeah, so what? But you can't move on to the next thing without so I have given it. It's good to know because sometimes there's people here who watch this live stream and you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you have a spouse, but you have chemistry with others, and you're confused. Can I get 2 or 3 business? And you're confused. You're my man. You're my woman. But if I'm honest, I feel a chemistry over here. That means absolutely nothing. It could just mean y'all are similar. You like similar things. You both like football, or you both like to shop at the same stores. And so there's certain things within you, in your personality, or in your spiritual makeup, and sometimes in your bondage. Let's walk through a little bit. Take my time. We don't fun. It's the truth. Because you have people, and they get into these affairs, simply because you felt something. I'm not a slave to my industry. You can't be a slave to chemistry. But you must have chemistry. God will allow chemistry to to let you know, this is your soulmate, that there's something worth doing, right? But you gotta be married. That gives you a year. Why? Don't be married. That's the one. Right? So, this thing, right within the corner. The next thing that you have to have is a connection, is a draw. There's something that is drawing you to that person. There is a desire, for some reason, there is a desire to go further with that person. Desire, right? We have one kind. They draw each other, and there's a sense of a need to be together. But that need has to be qualified. And if it is a soulmate, at the right time, that need will be mutual. So in other words, if you are connected and you have this great desire, and he or she is like, slow down. Just hover for a little while. Don't go in for the land. Just hover. Go together. Spirit, number 3 tells you why. You have to have wholeness. Because the wholeness will qualify the connection. See, you can be connected, codependency will connect you. Okay. So you got chemistry, you feel a connection, you feel a desire and a draw and a need to be together, but you can't qualify it unless you are whole. What does it mean to be whole? You're whole when you can sing that song. All I need to do. How can I qualify that the connection is in codependency? And here's the problem with codependency. If you build your relationship in codependency because you're broken, what's going to happen when you get home? The relationship will be over. Seriously. Because the relationship itself, the connection itself, was because you were broken and so was she. You were broken and so was he. You had daddy issues and so did she. You had mom issues. You didn't get them, you know? And so now the connection itself, and it feels like love. It feels like love. What? Because I just must be around you. Yeah, because there is a void that's being filled. A soulmate does not fill a void. Soulmate fill a void. Soulmate complements and mutually complementing. You have two destinies. And God has ordained this soulmate to be a purpose mate to the destinies of each person. It's not to fill a void. If you feel empty without them, there's a problem. Empty? Maybe lonely? Maybe you want to kick it or something like that, but empty? You fill me up. No. You don't want somebody to do, so you better come full. Well, let me tell you, you draining me. You fill me up and I'm empty now. The devil is alive. You gotta be whole. You're not even ready. That's the person isn't even ready. You will sabotage someone if you're not whole. Well, you gotta be the and say, God, don't even bring her. Don't even bring him until I'm home because I'm a spotter for a person. I'm a slave person with my brokenness. I'm a trained person. That's what I'm covering here. Right here. I don't want to be in a relationship with God. If I cannot say, I think it might be better. So, you got to be transparent. So, going to what I was and I, for 17 years, I have not been and so, after we split, I live on myself. And I never done an action. I think it's fine to try to how to do it. Okay? And I never done it. I didn't know what that was myself. You know, and there were times I got lost. And I would have to struggle with wanting to pick up the phone. I'm totally stupid. It's just that good. So I'm used to that dog, and I'm used to something moving dog and making something happen. You know. I'm on now. So over the course of that time, I began to entertain relationships. There are about 4 relationships I can at the same time. Let's be honest. Look, honesty is a beautiful thing. I wish more people would be honest. Be honest. There's no truth. It's like you hear it. So about 4, at the same time, second relationships. And I knew with each and every one of them did nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. You know what it is, and you know what it ain't, and you know that it ain't if you don't know what it is. That's how you know that it ain't. But to feed the lonely which is the most selfish thing to do ever. Feed the loneliness, accept the things. You know, you ain't doing nothing. But that's me right now. So, that's the 4th consecutive, quick, in and out. They're cute about you. You're weird. You're weird. You're exclusive. So, that carried on for about a year. Knowing that none of them were it. Not having perfect peace about any of them. Not knowing they're not going away, but pretending like you're seeing. Well, maybe God is in it. Stop. You are a man of God. You hear from God. You live for God. You prophesy. You know. Sometimes we have selective spirituality. I'll keep talking to you, let me keep grip. So I finally got tired of playing games with myself. Because sometimes you can be so desperate, so lonely, be so desperate that you try to psych your own self out. Well, maybe this is the Lord, So then you almost build your own hopes up a little bit. Until reality sets in. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's together. Finally, the preacher tells the truth. So this goes on for, off and on for about a year, not pick up it's a drain on me. And I know that this is all happening because there's some areas within myself that are still broken. And I came to this realization. I said, you know what, God? I said, God, I'm wrong. I said, I'm not thinking at all. I don't want to think. But you speak to me about everything else. Why would you not speak to me and confirm? Look, I've been walking with you for 14 years. I know what you and what it ain't you. That's not hard to know when you spend time with the perfect God. You know what's in and what's not. You don't get all like out in church. That's the beauty about having a relationship with God. You know his voice. So I said, God, I don't have to think. I said, if you have something for me, then you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to bring it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just work on getting home. And I'm going to be an awesome dad. And I'm going to do ministry. And I'm going to work. And I'm just going to be me and you. We are going to be in love. Me and you, God. That's it. And I meant it. And I cut every single cut. And that was it. And I was content. Anybody ever told him? You got a song called You Know What? So we got this song downloaded. If this message is so far, it's resonating with you. We got more to go. But if it's resonating with you, then I want you to download the song by Tori Kelly. It's called You Know What. She's basically talking about how she was enjoying being herself. Yeah. She was enjoying being by herself. And she basically is singing this song to no one who was out there. No one that was with someone who was out there. And she said, when the time is right, you'll be right there. And I'll be ready. So she became content within herself. Her relationship with God was her and God. She's good. It was a beautiful song. And that became my song. I didn't even know me and my son share an iCloud account. And so the song just happened to be on my iPhone. He downloaded it. I don't know why he downloaded it. Never know. She's on the old block. But anyway, so the song just came on one day. It's an awesome song, but it needs to be your mantra that will set you up for the soul. So that was it. I'm like, I'm good by myself. I think to enjoy my little place, you know what I mean? You know, hang out in it, watch some movies, and eat myself. Go out and show. I mean, and I really began to enjoy that, and I enjoyed that time with God, and I was just so focused on purpose. And purpose alone, and my soulmate wants to be my life. See, here's what you need to understand about soulmates. You don't seek them out. No, that's a real important point. You don't seek them out. God presents them to you at the right time when you are ready. Because you seeking them out, watch this, is you telling God that you're ready. As if you know. Sometimes God has to grow you up to match the soulmate that he has for you. So you think you're ready, but you ain't. You let God do it. Either I'm gonna find him tonight. I'm gonna find her tonight. I'm gonna find them tonight. I promise you. You don't seek them out. Biblically. So, God gives Adam a purpose, an identity, calling, or destiny. And you'll find this in chapter 16 in my book, Purpose. He gives him, you don't have it. God, when he's getting ready to bring Adam his soulmate, The first thing he does is he puts him to sleep. He puts him to sleep. And then, while he's sleeping, God reaches inside of Adam, who at the time he was pregnant with the woman. He was pregnancy in the verse. Adam was pregnant with the woman. God reaches inside of him while he's sleeping. Lay down, go to sleep. If you're awake, you try to do something necessary. Go to sleep. He reaches inside, pulls Eve out, wakes him up, presents her to him. He's like, oh my God, it's bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. She shall become a woman because she's taken out of a man. Why did God put him to sleep? To show him that you did not produce this. You just looked up one day and I was presenting this amazing gift to you. Don't look. You won't see it. You will choose wrong. I promise you, you will choose wrong. So when I got to the place where I said, God, I'm done. It's me and you. And to be honest with you, I didn't really believe it, right? You go through something like that and you're like, I don't even know if it's real. Seriously, so I get called into a business meeting because I'm focused. And in a business meeting, I meet my soulmate. Now, here's the thing. I didn't even know at that moment she was soulmate. Because all we had was chemistry. All we had was chemistry. She opened her mouth and spoke. And I'm like, who are you? Here's another thing about your soulmate. What connects you to your soulmate is not his or her looks. It's not the sex. I don't care how late it is. Shouldn't be getting anything, but I don't care how late it is. Get it anyway. This is a real church. It's not about the look. It's not about the sex. It's not about the money. It's about the spirit. What will attract you to your soulmate is the spirit of that person. That's why they talk about love at first sight. No, it's not sight, it's love at first hear. Because that person will open their mouth and say something or do something that will express and communicate that person's spirit. And it's what God uses. He uses that person's spirit to attract you. Because that body will pay. Oh, don't make You can use all the stuff they got out now. We got plenty of stuff now. We can make it laugh like whatever, like Keith Sweat. Sooner or later, you're not going to be able to hold it together. So if you fall in love with the physical can change like this. Wake up overnight, things are sagging. God, this is real calm. Things are sagging and dragging. Sagging and dragging. God's not connecting you to that. But it's the spirit of the person. And watch this. That spirit.
No one flavors like we flavor. Real mates.
Will feel like it has been with you all of your life. That spirit will know you. How do you know me if we just met? Before I formed you In your mother's womb, I ordained this for you. It was part of you. We were lost. We were disconnected from each other. But God, in His infinite wisdom, at the right time, when we were whole enough, brought us together. But there's a story. There was chemistry for that one, but I already made my commitment. I'm not going off chemistry. I had chemistry with the other one. I'm gonna get judged for that. So that's that. You don't see each other for a few weeks. Bumping through somewhere else, and there's that chemistry again. And some things happen. You know, and then it was like God started not that. He really always did. No, let me qualify. You gotta qualify, man. We're talking about this song, right? So, no, there were several things where our paths just kept crossing, and at one point we were at this event and 10,000 people at the event, and God literally ends up having us sit right next at the church. So the service we ready in, we're sitting right next to each other. Gotta tell the story. And then I'm gonna get to the last thing with them, okay? We're sitting right next to each other. And then the preacher is at the church service, and the preacher says, grab the hand of the person sitting next to you. I'm like, hey. God is cool like that. There's man chemistry, and then the man of God says, grab your hand. I'm being obedient, Lord. I'm being obedient. I take your hand. I take your hand. First glance, our hands. I take your hand. And I am not going to. I didn't know what it was at the time. But I'm like, you are somebody. Just by me breaking the hand. That's not me. Then, you're very far, and she said that was me. And she said, I'm yelling, you are taking me. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, that was the breakfast. Okay, so, it's still not over yet, right? Because now there's chemistry, there's connection, there's wholeness. On my end, I didn't know about the hurricane yet. So there's chemistry, there's a connection, but still we gotta figure this thing out. And I think that's why she invited me in, because we want to figure out what is it. So we have this so I'm going to dinner, I'm driving to dinner, I'm in the car, I'm driving to the canyon, and I am nervous as a teenager. And I am role playing by myself in the car, I'm in the truck, and I'm like, who is this guy driving the car? I've never done anything like that before. You should have seen me. Now I'm practicing lines and rapping. And then I'm like, what am I doing? This is crazy. And so I get it together, and I be yourself, and I look over and figure out she looks incredible. There's that thing again. And so we go to dinner. We have a 3-hour dinner. They shut the restaurant down.
What happened if your business were targeted? Advanced data security for MediaCom business.
and I am breaking all the rules. Bro, I told her about all that stuff that I was doing on the way. You don't ever do that. You never do that. But I'm breaking all the rules of my way. You know, all the way over there, and I got to role play for myself. And it's crazy. And she was going, so for 3 hours, it's like we were talking to each other, but we were each other. It was like she was talking, but I was talking, and I was talking, and she felt like she was talking. I never said anything like that before in my life. So we had an amazing dinner, shut the restaurant down, they kind of come around. Did you enjoy your meal 2 hours ago? So we leave, and here's the thing. I felt that it was holy. So when it's holy, there's no tricks in that. We know it's a God thing. You ain't trying to fool the town. You can't get sugar. You're not doing any of that. So I get in my car. I drive home. And I get to the house, and I'm feeling. My book is releasing that next morning. I forgot all about the natural things of my first book. Great. But I'm so caught in this thing, right? So I get home, and I'm like, all right, this is what's right. I said, God, either this is you or the devil. It's one or the other, and I'm going to find out tonight. I mean, because I knew it was spiritual. Either this is God or the devil. It's one of these. One of these. And then I'm like, and how can I feel this thing so quickly? That's another thing about your soul thing. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. A lot of things doesn't take long. No. Now, you may have a process for it, but it doesn't take long. I do believe in this. So anyway, so I go to sleep, and I wake up in the morning. I'm like, God, here it is. I am utterly smitten right now by the spirit of this woman. She's a beautiful woman, but without me was the spirit. Seriously. I'm utterly smitten by the spirit of this woman. And I need you to talk to me because I just made this commitment to you that I am not going to date. I'm not going to be pleasing anybody but you. The only way that I'm open myself up to anybody is if you bring them and I feel like you may have. So I need you to confirm this because if this is you, great, but if it's not you, I'm taking my heart back. So literally, it was a surrender. All that amazing was, but that morning I got the 4 in the morning and was ready to surrender to drop it. And that thing that was so easy to let it go. Oh, that's for somebody. That's for somebody. See, you don't have to hoard a soulmate. You can say, God, thank you. I trust you. Come back, bring you back. That's the one. But if you're afraid, watch this. If you're afraid to let it go, there's nothing wrong with the process. If you're afraid to let it go, don't let it go. Try to hold on to it like desperation. You don't have to be able to. Alright, so I'm like, God, you need to tell me this is you. I don't like it. I just got my independence. I'm enjoying my place now. I'm listening to Tori Kelly. There's no one. I'm an independent man. You know what I mean? Got a book coming out. I'm on tour. I'm successful. I'm prospering. I don't need it. Says, if this is you, you have to let it go. And I don't like the fact that wait, this is, my whole thing is the 4 seasons. You read my book, right? Every relationship has to go through the qualifications of 4 seasons. He read that from his book. He has read it. So basically, you qualify religion because, somebody can tell you a lemon tree when the time for the fruit has not come. So you buy the lemon tree. When it rolls around, you can't tell fruit isn't on it. You go through all the seasons, and then you figure out these perish. So that's my whole philosophy. So I'm like, I'm just warring against my philosophy. I don't like it. This happened too quickly. How can I know this fast? How can I know this quickly? And if this is you, it's all good. But if it's not, I'm strong on in my heart. Take me back to the garden. He showed me something. I've never seen before. Very, very easy. So it takes me in there, puts out to sleep. Not just how you should be all you want. And puts in the sleep, reaches the side of him, pulls out the woman, protection to him. Adam said, it's not one of my bones, flesh of my flesh. You shall be something that can be taken out of man. There's only one problem I've never seen before. God knows not. He said he was asleep when I brought her to you. How did you know what she was? He says, this is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of me. How did he know he was asleep? How did he know where she come from? There was something on the inside of him that was identifying with the fact that she came from him. This was his call at 5 in the morning. Hey, you awake? Not really. Sorry. And she, on the other hand, was experiencing something else. And there have been so many complications. You got things, you got to have things, you got to be whole. The point that I was making is that I was old enough to say, God, I'm cool by myself. And when I come to find out later on that she had done the same thing at the same time. Both career people, both doing stuff, both cool. Didn't need anything. Right? The core thing you need is divine confirmation. You need to work with God. When I counsel couples who want to get married, and this checklist, checklist I look at, one of the number one things that I ask for is, what divine confirmation do you have this person to just sign up instead of waiting for God? If you're dating somebody right now and you don't have the word of God about that person, you should be dating. If you're dating a person you don't feel the presence of God together, something's wrong. Why don't you feel the presence of God? If it's God, you should feel His presence around anything that's connected to you. That was somebody. And you got to be real about, don't think you have your spiritual life and your love life. No, it's all one. So I'm going to feel your presence when we're on a date. I'm not going to walk. I want the same feeling that I feel when I'm with you. When I'm with you, if it's a God thing. So what word do you have? God said it. Didn't he?
Believe it. They got church on me. I wasn't watching that before, I did.
Look at him going in my baseball. Okay.
Because your soulmate is for you. And you're that person. So why are you here?
Let him go on. Don't break the vase. Let him go on. He's sick. Don't break the vase. Let him get up the vase. Let the devil go on somewhere.
Because your purpose will change your life.
So you remember that.
Change the direction, and your purpose will change a lot about your life. What happens if you wake up after you find your purpose and you realize you're not the person? Or and a counterfeit version of that marriage. So one or two things will happen. Either you and that person, yours, their purpose, then becomes more important than the reason why you were born. That was sad. Or you have to go change sometimes things can work that way. They go to two attributes, they go to probability.
I got it ready.
It's not a game. And I'm a big proponent.
Where you finna go?
No, I'm gonna put this in the bag.
Because when you know, I promise you that. And when you don't know, that means it's not. You don't know, it's no. It's never yes, unless God says no. It's always no, unless God says yes. Because you want it to be a yes. You make it a yes. God, if you don't want me to ask, just tell me no. No, I didn't tell you yes. I'll close your back. About being okay with you and God, I promise you. You know him intimately. You know him intimately. If you know him intimately, I promise you you'll never be wrong. Don't say, yeah, but I'm you. You don't think God knows that? He made you. And he knows how to fill you up. You don't want to be a fat kid. You don't want relationship. Something first. Trying to feel a voice. One second. Chemistry.
You know about no chemistry.
That ain't everything. Connection. That's desire. Okay, something's happening. I can explore it. Let's think of meaning. Wholeness. That's the next thing. I'm whole. In other words, I don't need you.
That one's purple.
Oops, I forgot the bubble gum.
Divine confirmation. Do I have a word with God?
I sure look at it. I thought about it. I said, nah.
Yes. Or am I doing this trying to get him to bless him? Who is leading this relationship? And then do I have a sense of purpose? Do I know who I am and what I'm doing? And if I don't, then I need to figure that out first. And then I can tell whether or not this relationship is relevant. Don't know what I'm doing? I have no friends. There's a and we're just friends. I care about you. I wish I would have had, I transparency, I wish I would have had somebody early on. Really, I have no regrets about anything in my life. No regrets. I've met amazing people, amazing kids, amazing ex.
Whoa, that's good, everybody.
is your boy. Oh, Shane Duke Jackson. Back at it again. This is episode.
Turn that down. Made it back. But I mean, this video. I think I'm in it. And what else gotta say? I'm gonna end off with no forgiveness. No forgiveness. Stop trucking on TikTok. And be more aware. Y'all know who I'm talking to. African Americans, Native Americans. Sorry this had to happen for the untweet time, but joy comes in the morning. Better days are ahead. Even rough tragedy as this one. Okay? Like, share, subscribe, and make a part two. And y'all have a good day. Thank you.